Hello and thanks for joining us on Arirang News on this Lunar New Year holiday on Wednesday, February 18th. I'm Moon Hye-ryun. Traffic congestion is slowly beginning to ease on major highways leading into Seoul as travelers head home on the final day of the Seollal holiday. According to the Korea Expressway Corporation, congestion towards Seoul peaked between 3 and 4 p.m. before gradually beginning to ease, with traffic conditions largely expected to return to normal by around midnight. Return trips to the capital took several hours longer than usual this morning, with trips from Busan taking more than 6 hours and Gwangju taking more than 4, while outbound routes from Seoul are comparatively smooth. Drivers are advised to regularly check road conditions and to prepare alternative routes in case of congestion. Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi reaffirmed her leadership after a sweeping victory in the lower house election. According to NHK, Takaichi won 354 out of 465 votes in a prime ministerial election held during a special session of the House of Representatives on Wednesday. Her reappointment means that she has formally become Japan's 105th Prime Minister. Takaichi first took office as the 104th Prime Minister last October before holding a snap general election to strengthen her power. In the general election held earlier this month, the ruling Liberal Democratic Party won more than 2/3 of the seats, which secured her reappointment as Prime Minister as widely expected. Takaichi has decided to retain all current ministers without a reshuffle for her second cabinet. U.S. President Donald Trump has announced that Japan is investing roughly $36 billion in the first investment set of their bilateral trade deal. In a social media post on Truth Social on Tuesday, Trump stated that Japan's investment projects in Texas, Ohio, and Georgia will span across critical minerals, oil and gas infrastructure, and power generation. While praising the investment as a historic moment between Washington and Tokyo, he reiterated that his tariff policies made the projects possible. This comes as part of a $550 billion trade and investment agreement. All eyes are on whether the U.S.-bound investment from Japan will also mount pressure on South Korea amid a threat to restore reciprocal tariffs. With the 2026 Winter Olympics heading towards its end, South Korea is hoping for a strong finish, with medal hopefuls in figure skating, curling and short track. An Sung-jin has the latest.
After success on the snow, Team Korea is looking to add to its medals on the ice at the 2026 Milan Cortina Winter Olympics. Figure skaters Lee Hae-in and Shin Jia both advanced to the women's singles free skate after strong performances in the short program on Wednesday morning, Korean time. Lee Hae-in had a season best performance, scoring 70.07 points to rank 9th. Competing in her first Olympics, Yi showed technical stability, performing moves such as a clean double axel and a triple flip. Shin was placed 14th after a fall during her opening triple Lutz triple toe loop combination. As both skaters were within the top 24, both qualified for the free skate competition. Meanwhile, South Korea's women's curling team is competing against Sweden in the round-robin stage at the moment, with the match starting at 5 p.m. Wednesday Korean time. The team, composed of Kim Eun-ji, Kim Min-ji, Seol Ye-ji, Seol Ye-eun, and Kim Soo-ji, went into that match tied for 4th place with a 4-3 record alongside Canada. That followed a setback on Wednesday morning as Team Korea fell 5-7 to the world's top-ranked team, Switzerland. With only the top 4 teams advancing to the semifinals, Korea's final round-robin game against Canada is set for Thursday. Finally, the country's women's short track team is aiming to reclaim Olympic gold in the 3,000-meter relay race on Thursday morning, Korean time. Star skater Choi Min-jung is expected to lead the team alongside Kim Gi-lee, who has already won a bronze medal in the women's 1,000-meter race. With only a few days left till the end of the 2026 Winter Olympics, South Korea hopes to add to its tally of 6 medals so far. An Sung-jin, Arirang News.
South Korea will move to partially restore elements of the inter-Korean military agreement, including the re-establishment of no-fly zones. Unification Minister Chung Dong-young said at a press briefing on Wednesday that the government will preemptively review and pursue measures on the military agreement to prevent accidental clashes and civilian drone incursions into North Korea. Chung added that this is part of efforts to rebuild military trust, as North Korean leader's sister Kim Yo-jong had called for steps to prevent further drone incidents a few days before. The no-fly zone in the agreement prohibits aircraft from operating within 15 kilometers of the military demarcation line in the east and 10 kilometers in the west. The Unification Minister added that he has engaged in sufficient consultation and coordination with relevant ministries, including the Defense Ministry. During preparation for Seollal, the Lunar New Year, foreign visitors enjoyed the spirit of the holiday with a visit to a bustling local market and hands-on cooking classes. Our Cho Young-in was there.
The Mangon Market in western Seoul is at the heart of the Seollal rush. Amid the familiar bustle, foreign tourists are stepping into this everyday routine, side by side with local residents. They lean in close to examine dried red gochu peppers, running their fingers over the rough texture. Deeper in the alley, the air grows thick with the scent of freshly cooked street food. The group slows down in front of a stall stocked high with warm Korean twisted donuts, known locally as 꽈배기. One tourist gathers the courage to try a simple phrase in Korean.
도넛 12개 주세요. 야, 12개.
There's a brief exchange of gestures and laughter between the vendor and the tourist, who soon turns around triumphantly, a paper and bag enough for everyone. They tear the donuts apart while the sugar is still warm, and the first bite is soft and chewy.
맛있어요.
Their journey continues as they handpick fresh produce and ready-made side dishes. They listen carefully to explanations about cabbage, radish, and garlic, learning what goes into a traditional holiday table. From shopping high-quality ingredients to tasting some street food, foreign visitors are heading to local markets like this one to have a deeper taste of Korea. After shopping, the visitors move on to a cooking class, where they turn those fresh ingredients into must-try symbolic dishes. They catch the scent of various ingredients, including Korean sesame leaves, as they are being cut. The room quickly fills with the loud, energetic sizzle of jeon, Korean pancakes made by pan-frying vegetables, seafood, and meat. This beloved traditional dish is a staple of Seollal celebrations, often prepared in large batches and shared among family members.
I think it was just beautiful to see the whole process and the history and how it's, just a part of life here. It's cool to step into it for a little bit.
The experience of a more traditional and formal style of jeon is something special, and that's why foreigners come to the cooking class.
For foreign visitors, this hands-on experience provides a deeper understanding of how food, family, and tradition come together during Korea's most important holiday. Cho Young-in, Arirang News.
That's all we have for this edition of Arirang News. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Korea time. Thank you for watching.